two popular gaming laptops, Lenovo Legion 5 and ASUS ROG Strix G15. But which one really delivers? On the left, Lenovo Legion 5, reliable performance for the everyday gamer. On the right, ASUS ROG Strix G15, extreme gaming with cutting-edge tech. Let's skip the buzzwords and get to the real stuff. Each category earns points, and at the end, you'll see exactly who comes out on top. The result might not be what you expect. So here's a quick mind map of what we're going to run through. We'll look at performance, display, battery life, portability, gaming chops, build and expandability, and of course, overall value for money. Those are the big hitters. Let's go through them one by one. All right, first up is performance. So with the Legion 5, you're getting modern Ryzen processors. These things are efficient, have great thermal control, and you get a solid port selection, like 2 USB-Cs and all the USB-As you'd want. The build quality, honestly, it feels more premium than you might expect in this range. The only thing is, if you're going for peak FPS, it's a little behind the wild numbers on the ROG. Now, on the ASUS ROG Strix G15 side, especially with the Advantage Edition, that thing delivers higher FPS in a lot of games. The multi-core performance is a beast, especially in stuff like Cinebench. And hey, Wi-Fi 6E? Yep, it's got it. But there's a little catch. Some models are stuck with older CPUs, and the thermals change from model to model. So, performance, honestly, it kind of depends what you're after. Blazing FPS or more balanced modern specs. Let's talk displays. Legion 5 first. Oh man, you want a high-res, super bright screen. This one can go up to 2560 by 1600, and brightness cranks to 500 nits. That's almost unheard of at this price point. The 16:10 aspect ratio absolutely slaps for productivity, and you get Dolby Vision HDR and a nice anti-glare matte finish. It even supports G-Sync, but here's where you might second guess. The refresh rate caps out at 165 Hz. Flip over to the Strix G15, and it's all about refresh. We're talking up to 300 Hz, a seriously fast response time, and 100% sRGB on some displays. A real win if you live for esports. FreeSync is there too, but you only get 1080p on most models, and the brightness just isn't quite there. No HDR either. In the end, if you want high res and color, it's Legion 5. But if you worship high refresh rates, the Strix might call your name. Moving on to battery life. Here's where Legion 5 really flexes. You get this chunky 80 watt-hour battery, and the built-in AI actually helps stretch out those unplugged hours. It'll handle a binge watch session like a champ. Downside? It's bulkier, so yeah, you feel that weight. Flip over to ROG Strix G15. Some models, like the Advantage Edition, can pack up to 90 watt-hours. And a few SKUs are pretty light, but if you're not careful with picking variants, a bunch come stuck with just 56 watt-hours, which drains fast when that screen's pushing 300 Hz. So, for those all-day marathons, Legion 5 wins out. Oh, and here's something cool. Did you know the most powerful gaming laptops can actually pull more power than some desktop setups when they're running full tilt? Like 200 watts. Yep, your portable gaming beast might actually be gulping more juice than your big PC at home. All right, let's talk portability. Now, the Legion 5, sure, it's put together really well. No cheap plastics, but it's thick and heavy. You're not tossing this into a backpack without feeling it. The Strix G15, it shaves off almost a full pound. That's not nothing, and overall just feels more compact. Don't get me wrong, it's still a gaming laptop, so it won't magically become an ultrabook. But if you're moving around a lot, the Strix is the easier carry. Okay, gaming. Let's dive in. Legion 5 offers super smooth gameplay and really nails the cooling. Not to mention the colors look great for creative work too. There's even a mux switch for direct GPU output if you're into tweaking every frame. But truthfully, the FPS doesn't always match those wild ASUS numbers. Now, the Strix G15, especially the Advantage Edition, legit pumps out higher FPS in a bunch of AAA and esports titles. You can even get it with an RTX 3060 or better, and that 300 Hz panel, it's ridiculous for competitive play. The trade-off? Colors aren't super vivid, and G-Sync's mostly missing, so if you just want max frames per second, Strix takes it. If it's about more balanced gaming and content creation, Legion's a strong call. Next is build and expandability. The Legion 5 really stands out here. Those bezels, super thin, gives you a legit larger feeling screen, and the case feels bomb-proof. Plus, you can pop it open pretty easily for more RAM or more storage. Downside? Again, it's bulky, so maybe not the one for constant travel warriors. The Strix G15 is solid too. Aggressive look, and almost everything inside is upgradable. It's just, honestly, not as sleek. The bezels are chunkier, so it feels a bit less modern next to the Legion. Winner here is Legion 5, simply for that combo of looks and upgradability. And last, value for money. The Legion 5 gives you this amazing display. Big battery, ports for days, super versatile. But as you go up the spec ladder, the price can start to jump, and you're not getting that 300 Hz panel. On the other hand, the Strix G15 delivers serious frame rates for your dollar, especially in the Advantage Edition, and they price it pretty aggressively. The display's just not as sharp or as bright. And again, watch out for older CPUs in lower-priced versions. So, which is better value? It really depends on whether you care more about display and build, or raw gaming FPS per dollar. Let's visualize how these two stack up side by side. On the radar chart, you'll probably notice the Legion 5 leads hard in display, battery, and build, while the Strix G15 spikes in portability and absolutely crushes it in gaming FPS. So what's the vibe? If you're all about display quality, longer unplugged sessions, and a tough build for both work and gaming, the Legion 5 is your guy. But if you want every edge in gaming, frames, speed, lighter to carry, and can live with a simpler display, the ASUS ROG Strix G15 is an absolute weapon. For esports or pure gaming, Strix just feels snappier. Me, I'd lean Legion for versatility, but I totally get why someone would pick the Strix to crush it in every match. If you found this helpful, go ahead and bookmark this for your next laptop hunt or share with a friend. Future comparisons coming your way